In many respects, the economic and educational mix in Toronto is quite similar to Edinburgh. The two cities are both looking to the same kind of high-value industrial sectors to provide growth in the future. A lot of what already exists here will sound familiar.
It's a very diverse economy, and therefore we have a very strong financial services sector. The 5 largest Canadian banks, the chartered banks, are all headquartered here. All the ancillary functions, the legal systems, life insurance, IT servicing facilities are all here to support that. But it's also got major sectors in other areas as well. Very large construction sectors. You can see the 185 cranes around the city, more than any other place in North America, building up our infrastructure. And we also have tourism, which is very big. It's a very diverse economy. So if one sector goes into a recession or has an economic decline, it doesn't necessarily affect other sectors and keeps us strong.
You know, in terms of economic development and culture, our whole game plan relies on putting people who have different life experiences, different educational experiences, different understandings, and getting them to work together to challenge each other, no matter what industry they're in, whether it's financial services or the arts or biotechnology. It's that real creative spirit that they get from working with each other.
But a key to success is exploiting that diversity.
We quite deliberately go and look for people who have different views and different ways of looking at the world. So rather than taking a group of like-minded people who are in general agreement, we look to catalyze the debate, because we believe it's out of the debate and the discussion and the open-minded approach that something new comes out that nobody came into the room with, but they can all agree. I never thought of it that way, and if you add something from here to something to there, you get something that's new and exciting and different.
What has been a surprise for the Scots delegates is the way in which the Canadians see culture and economic development as complementary rather than competitive.
Economic development and culture is I don't know, in a sense it's kind of become standard in a way here. I mean, a lot of small communities are looking at culture as a way of revitalizing their economies, both in terms of kind of looking at the spaces at these former industrial sites and seeing them as places of work for the creative and cultural industries. I think that the economy is changing in a way that it's looking towards kind of creative and new ideas as a way of expanding and being as relevant as possible.
First of all, the vision and the desires of that community have to be the ones that are setting the vision for the city at large. That we, as people working in government, we're not the people who are setting the agenda in terms of the creative city. It is the people who are creating, and we're going to be partners, we're going to be facilitators, we're going to help drive that vision and create conditions for that to happen. But the long-term vision of what the city should be has to be made by the citizens.
These are clearly lessons from which Scotland can learn.